Hello guys, how we doing on this dark and dreary Tuesday afternoon? I've just realised that I've not, there we go. We had a little bit of streamception there, but how y'all doing? Hello. As usual with public sprints, there are going to be quite a lot of you here, so I won't be able to keep up with the chat. But I do read a lot of it, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Uh, just making lunch for this sprint, then we'll be diving into my copy of Onyx Storm. I realized when I woke up this morning and saw everybody's Instagram stories, I was like, oh, is today a good day to do public sprints? Because I'm not reading Onyx Storm. I still haven't read Iron Flame. But I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all are having a good time. No spoilers, please, in the chat for me, but for everybody else mainly, because I'm not that pressed right now. Snowing in Florida? I didn't know that that's something that you guys had. Hi, Nick. Hi, Tina. Hi, Annie. Oh my god, look at the Patreon crew showing up. Y'all are the best. How's it going? Still waiting for my copy of Onyx Storm. I actually realized yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I did my tax return. And I also sent some invoices for sponsors. So I was looking in my bank just to check like when I'd last got paid from various sponsors. And I realized I had lots of declines from Waterstones. And I was like, oh shit, that's Onyx Storm. So I had to, it's only by chance that I did my tax return yesterday because Curtis was running some updates on my computer. So I did admin while I waited. And I had to update my payment because obviously I think I've got a new bank card since I pre-ordered Onyx Storm. So I almost didn't end up with it. And that would have been sad. Currently rereading Iron Flame and I'm getting FOMO. I generally am quite good at not getting FOMO. I do wish that I was caught up, but also like when something's this hyped, I feel a lot of pressure. And I'm actually glad that I'm not reading Onyx Storm, and it'll be a few months before I even try and read Iron Flame. So I'm not feeling the pressure, and that's good. Reading Onyx Storm arriving tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Erin. Good morning, Amanda. I hope that you have a nice stress-free day at work. How long will this be going for? I'm aiming for between like 4:30 UK, so it's 1:08 right now because we are going to the cinema tonight and I need to get my workout in before dinner so that we can skedaddle after dinner. What's the occasion? I keep saying that I'm going to do like monthly public sprints and I never do. It's one of those things where I have to kind of force myself to do it, not because I don't want to do it, but if I don't set a date and it's like you are going to do sprints monthly, then I just won't, because it's like, this is what I say, like I know a lot of people say I'm super productive and that I need to chill out and that I get so much done. It's because I make everything a non-negotiable, because otherwise, like if I have the option of not doing something, like if I don't say I am going to do this thing and it's like, oh, it's just something I might do, like I want to do it, but it only happens in my head, doesn't actually happen, because there's no accountability there, so I'm like, I'll just not do it. Hi, Harriet. Working in the office, so joining sprints for support, and if I don't have work to do, I'm going to read on my Kindle, my reread of The Broken Eye. Nice. Heir of the Book Woman of Troublesome Creek. Wow, that is a mouthful, Mel. I hope you enjoy it, though. I do plan on currently as well. If y'all are interested in sprints, I do them on Patreon like all the time, like at least weekly. But like this week, I've got I'm doing Patreon sprints on Thursday daytime. So my patrons who are here, that is when we will be meeting. And then I also have sprints on my upper two tiers of patrons on Saturday night and Sunday daytime. And then I think I'm planning, based on my schedule, there will be more public sprints next Sunday. So not this Sunday coming, the Sunday after, because I had to rearrange some videos to get everything in. And I'm going to be uploading Tuesday and Thursday next week, and not having a video on Sunday made me feel itchy. So we're going to be streaming. I'm the same. If it's not in my planner, it's not happening 100%. It's the same with, I keep saying I want to make more Instagram reels, but like I'm not making myself do it, so it's not happening. So now I'm like, I have to make a reel once a week. I'm at a seminar on Thursday. Oh no, Francie. It's probably in the middle of the day as well, which is when I'll be sprinting. Would have missed this, but when Texas gets a little cold, we shut down, so no work for me today. I hope you enjoy your snow day. I don't know if it is snowing, but like your ice day, if not. I wish the UK would shut down. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow that I'm avoiding. By avoiding, I mean mentally avoiding, because every morning I wake up anxious about it. It's literally just fill-ins. Not even that big a deal. Just a couple of fill-ins. But I went to the dentist for my checkup last week when I was in a particularly anxious mood in general. Like, you know, when you go into something with bad intentions, like I went into that dentist appointment not wanting to be there. So everything that happened in that appointment triggered me. So now I'm like, I've reverted back to 2022 and my extreme anxiety around dentists. And in reality, it's not that big of a deal. Like I've had fill-ins before and it's been fine. Like I've been emotionally fine about it. But right now, the thought of fill-ins is making me spiral. The UK breaks if there's the threat of snow in the air, while public transport does at least. Oh, for sure. For sure. We don't, does it snow? I feel like it snows, it's like once a year, isn't it, here? Like, a lot of people have just had snow and we didn't. Like, by the time I woke up, there was a few sad lumps of snow in the garden, but everywhere else, no. Yeah, so my dentist left. And I had my first appointment with a new dentist last week, and I just didn't want to because like I'd already had the part of being anxious about going to the dentist when I had the last one, and then I kind of got used to him, and now I had a new one. And she did the thing, do you know, like when you go to the doctors and they're like, you should lose weight, and I'm like, okay then. They did that thing where it's just like, before she'd even looked in my mouth, she started giving me lots of generic advice. And it's like, I pay, because I have a private dentist. So like, I pay for personalized advice, not generic advice. Thank you very much. But yeah, it was always going to be bad because I went in with a bad attitude, like, I'll be honest. So like, the fact that everything triggered me was not surprising. Read an interview with a vampire. I love those vibes too. I still haven't read that book and I really want to. Had the same dentist since I was a kid getting my braces. I'd have no idea what to do if she left. We actually have a new hygienist in my dentist at the minute because the last one's on maternity leave, and I actually really, really like this one. So I'm actually dreading the old one coming back. They've actually added this hygienist to the actual like staff page on the website though. So I'm really hoping that she ends up staying for some reason. I mean, when you get a hygienist appointment, she's always super booked up, so we could do with two, to be honest. Be between reading and running around in the snow. Love that for you, it's a vibe. In the middle of Long Live Evil, and it's extremely funny. I've just filmed my series wrap up for the year, and I've just been talking about that book and it reminded me how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's how my doctor would mention my acne and I'm like, no shit, dude. Yeah. It's like, it's so annoying. Because it's like, it's like, I guess I know. Like, I know that that's the generic advice that you're going to give me. But can you please give me advice based on, like, actually looking at me first? Can't even get a dentist appointment here, so I wait until I go to Turkey to visit my family and have my appointment there. Damn. Yeah, I had to go private because the waiting list for all of the NHS dentists was like months and months long. Which is fine, I like it because it's quiet and there's no kids in the waiting room. Can't wait for the series wrap up. It should ideally be up on Thursday, and Shove It or Scrap It episode 12 is coming on Sunday. I've only just finished that video. I was supposed to finish it by the 12th. And I finished it. Technically, I finished it yesterday, but I haven't wrapped it up. I was aiming to do that after I filmed, but it took me so long to film that video that I didn't manage to wrap up the vlog. The best generic medical advice I ever got was you have pain because you're not fat anymore. Why would you have pain if you weren't fat? Like, normally it's the opposite way around. But damn, yeah, the Crohn's disease. My doctor was supposed to call me back yesterday and I still haven't heard anything. I take any advice at this point. Oh no, what are you doing? She's using me as like a full body rest. Like, I don't know if you can see, that's her nose. I've lost an arm now. I've only got one arm for my laptop. Oh, I'm glad you guys like Shelve It or Scrap It. It's sticking around for a wee while. I have adjusted the rules slightly though, so I'm hoping to get through more books per episode. Yes, but I always hear it's because I'm fat. I really hate when I go to the doctors and they congratulate me because I lost weight, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I did it for me, not for you. Like, the way they say it sounds really patronizing. Oh, bless yous. I feel like it's going to fall solidly towards the end of the month going forward, because I'm also trying to, I don't know if you guys have seen my last vlog yet, but I'm trying to film vlogs alongside it, so we're getting all of the lifestyle stuff in and like shelve it or scrap it, because it's gonna, if I'm reading more books, it's gonna get longer anyway, so I want to keep the lifestyle stuff I would normally put in somewhere and also have some reading, so I can also read a little bit of my TBR and also have shelve it or scrap it, like focused on the books. They think you're cute. They don't know you. She's suddenly started going upstairs again. She has always been scared of the stairs, and then me and Curtis went to San Diego and Wynn and Harry were looking after her, and she started going upstairs, and then we came back and she did something naughty up there, so she got shouted at. So then she stopped going again, and now she has started going up the stairs again. But she's still like, I'm not allowed to be upstairs when she's upstairs because then she'll run down. But I'm not shouting at her when she's upstairs. Like, I'm trying to encourage her to be there, but no. She won't be upstairs if I am. I'm impressed you managed to make a vlog with only one book still feel like a booktube vlog with the Malice one. I did very well there, actually. I'm quite proud of myself because I was like, this is just going to be a collection of clips with no cohesion. But it turned out pretty well. GP once hounded me about coming to a weight loss group at the surgery. The only reason they had my weight was because I had an operation and I was recovering. I hate that. What time are we on? Okay, let's roll for our first sprint. So if y'all are new here, hello, welcome. Welcome to Sprints. If you don't know why you're here, it's so that we can read together. I feel like everyone who's here at least knows what sprints are, but dice sprints in particular are the way that I do sprints. So the rules are going to be in the description box in case you forget what I'm about to say, because I'm only going to explain it once. But I'm going to roll 2 6-sided dice. Each dot represents 5 minutes, so that is how long we will sprint. And then if we roll a double, the added extra fun rule is that you have to swap books. So I am going to be starting with Godkiller, which I'm only 3 chapters in, I think, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Yeah, no, I've read a chapter since then. I'm on chapter 4. And I need to get to chapter 11 for my daily buddy read section with Aaron. And then I also have The Deer and the Dragon by Piper CJ, which I think I'm going to be starting next. But I do also have on my Kindle, I'm reading The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. So I don't know what to prioritize after I've done my daily section of Godkiller. Because realistically it should be this because this is on my TBR. But I'm already like 50 pages into The Mistake. So I'm like, should I finish that first? Maybe I should try and get through a chunk of this before I move on to this. This is my reward book for finishing all of my extracurricular activities. Godkiller is a fave of mine. I am very much enjoying it. I'm on like page 35 maybe, if that. And the way that it's managing to do like really, not dense world building, but the way that it's managing to do really rich world building without being dense, but like not overly, because I love an info dump or like a lengthy world building section at the beginning. So the way that it's not doing that, but I still very much understand the world, but it's not a simple world, it's a very rich world, is actually pretty good. And I'm having it. It's also like, the atmosphere is like, it's not gothic, but it has a weight like gothic atmosphere does. Like, it's a very gloomy atmosphere, kind of like, oh, that one is gothic. You know, I don't know how to explain it. You know when books have a presence, like the atmosphere of the book feels like a weight, like with gothic novels. So One Dark Window is gothic, but it has that like really oppressive atmosphere. This also feels like super heavy, and I'm vibing. The world building that's packed into a 300-page fantasy book is fantastic. It's not even 300. It's 288. Mental. Starting with Somewhere Beyond the Sea, we'll switch to Elantris if a double gets rolled. Nice. Also reading Godkiller on chapter 3 currently. Look at us accidentally buddy reading. I am about to start chapter 4. I do have it on my Kindle because I don't want to touch the Illumicrate copy too much. And also, it's not like the smallest text I've ever read. Is this big text? What's this like? That's like normal sized. The spine's really tight on that book as well, actually. This one is a little bit smaller. It's not as small or as dense as The Will of the Many, but it is a little bit small, so it's something that I prefer to read on Kindle anyway, because I find I'll get distracted halfway through a page, and because the pages take a little bit longer, it takes me longer to find my place, and it ends up being really slow, so I have got it on Kindle to make that easier. She's like flat out asleep. So I don't know where I was going with that. I'm reading it on Kindle. That's all I need to say. I explained that it's like you're watching it. Yes, it is. Which is crazy. Because, like, I'm filling in the blanks. And it's not like... Because you fill in the blanks when you read, like, a contemporary fantasy. Because the world doesn't need as much explaining. This isn't a contemporary fantasy. It's high fantasy. And I'm still mentally filling in the blanks. Even though it is descriptive. But not as densely descriptive as, like, Wheel of Time is. But, like, I'm getting it, but without lots of description. I'm like, I don't know how, but it just works so well. She did great with Godkiller, especially it being her debut. I enjoyed Sunbringer even more. Ooh la la. Reading The Poppy War is a buddy read because my friend wanted to read it. Nice. Okay, I'm going to roll. Reading Kill for Me, Kill for You. Nice. Not bad for an introductory sprint. So if you guys can see, that one is a 6. Each dot is 5 minutes, so that is 30. I can't stretch because my dungas keep falling down. Right, my patrons will know that I notoriously forget how to use this every time I need to set the timer, and it's not even difficult. Try not to disturb Brie as well. Okie dokie. I'll see y'all in 30 minutes. Have a nice time, guys. Hello. Grumpy. Did everybody hear the timer sound then? Let me know. Because sometimes I have to reset it. That was indeed the Catch Up Book Club bookmarks just arrived, Patricia. Where am I? I read, not very much, 12 pages. Wow. I'm actually going to slip my... Nope, didn't hear it. Okay, I'll recess it. Sorry, guys. Timer sound. Nope, that's not what I want to do. This one? Okay, the timer's gonna go at the end of our chatty section. Let me know if you hear it. Sorry for the jump scare, guys. Yeah, the Catch Up Book Club bookmarks have arrived. I've tried a new foil on these, and I kind of like it. It looks silver in the light, but it's technically black. So it is very similar to the thumbnails. I guess it's like a dark, like slate grey kind of foil, as opposed to like actual silver. Thanks, Ash. Just over 5 hours left of the Addie LaRue audiobook. Nice. Shocked I actually got 20 pages done. Felt like I didn't read much at all. I was like, yeah, I've read like 2 chapters and a bit, and it's like 12 pages. Thanks, guys. I don't know when they're going for sale yet. Just because I haven't thought that far ahead. Maybe next week, although I don't know what I'm doing next week. I know I don't have time this week to sort it out, but I might have time next week. Listen to 8% of Cemetery Boys while cleaning the oven. Nice. Oh, I'm sorry that you're depressed and anxious, Kirsten. Me too, if it helps. I'm having an anxiety flare-up, which means mornings, especially fucking horrible. But I find when I get into the swing of things, I'm feeling a little bit better. Got my work laptop set up and logged into work. Nice. Welcome, Karina. Made lunch and watched some YouTube. Lovely. I'm sorry you have the flu. I'm sorry you have the flu, Nathan. But welcome to Sprints. Good morning, Christina. Welcome, welcome. Just throw my bookmark in with my others. Standard. The flu. Focus has been a big issue. For sure. If I can stay off my phone in the morning and just kind of get on with it. I don't know if this will help anyone who does struggle with mental health issues, but like everybody who has anxiety, everyone says like be present, because obviously anxiety is literally just worrying about things that haven't happened. So everyone's like be present, which I find difficult because I'm like my brain is like super active just generally, but I try to find like instead of being like I don't want to do this, accept that you have to do it in most cases, because for me it used to be like I have all these things to do today, and as soon as I get up, like I have to like feed Brie and Hamilton, I have to take Brie for a walk, I have to do all this stuff. So instead of fighting it, just accept that those are things that you have to do and enjoy them instead. Like I find, like for example, walking Brie yesterday, I wasn't enjoying it because I was thinking about all of the editing that I had to do, and I didn't want to sit and edit hours and hours and hours of a video. And I was like, well, instead of worrying about the editing of the video that I know I'm going to do anyway, just like accept that that's happening then and enjoy the walk now. And I mean, it didn't work because I ended up anxious anyway, but generally like it does work. Like today I just like didn't go on my phone, and I was like, okay, now is the time to make breakfast, and focused on that, and it was helpful. Got the baby down for a nap, heard the letterbox whilst I was there. Thought it was Onyx Storm, but it wasn't, just the boring post. Ugh. I don't think Onyx Storm will fit through the letterbox. I actually don't know how big it is, but I imagine it's quite chunky. Working for my internship, translating a short story from English to Portuguese. Oh. Got a translation project that needs to be done immediately, so now I'll have to work in the evening. Hate that. Look at you two translating things. Yesterday I broke down everything I needed to do into micro tasks, and while it's tedious on the front end, it made it seem so much less overwhelming. And you get the little like serotonin boost every time you take something off. Definitely needed these as motivation this morning. Work is underway with baby beside me, occupied with rattles. Cute. Oh, went to the bookstore today and they didn't have Onyx Storm. Who are they? Had my postman knock because it wouldn't fit through my letterbox. Of course, he made a joke about me being a book hoarder. Yeah, I'm surprised mine never says anything. Seen as the main thing, like if the postman has to knock, it's either books for me or records for Curtis. Welcome, Emily. Maybe it's outside waiting for me then. Maybe. Have to do translation in the evening too at the minute. Translation crew unite. We can do this. I mean, I know that translation is something that has to be done, but I am actually quite surprised at how many translators we have right here, right now. The 8th book he's delivered this month. That's not too bad. Well, it's not. No, maybe that is quite bad. How many have I had delivered this month? 3? 2? 1, 2. 2. 3. 2. 2 so far. But I know that I have at least another 4 coming. Did you find an audiobook for The Gathering Storm? I did, but I went through an unconventional method. I logged into Aaron's Libby. And I got it from the Library of Los Angeles. To be fair, I spent my Waterstones points I accumulated throughout the year. That's valid. I don't know how many I have left because I used my last ones to buy Lady of Darkness, I think. Maybe I should check. Did a minor in translation, and every now and then I also have to translate something as well. Crazy. Let's see what we've got. Oh, that's a big fourth wing Onyx Storm poster. Oh, and they've put like a dragon on the Waterstone sign. This is mental. Let me log in. Thank you. I bet I don't have any. Oh, I have paid for Onyx Storm now. So that'll give me a few more. Just sign me in. I am definitely in LA right now with my own library account. 100%. Translator 2. I thought you were, Nick, but I didn't want to say because I wasn't sure. Actually freezing here today, so a good day to stay in and work or read. Ooh, I've got £10.57 and 5 stamps. So not enough to buy a paperback book in most cases now because the price of books has gone up dramatically. I remember when you used to have physical stamp cards at Waterstones plus points. So you'd have points that would add up to like however many pounds. And then you'd also get like the £10 stamp cards when they were full. That was a good time. Sis made me a hot choc with marshmallows. Curtis came down. The DPD guy knocked for him to see if he had any things to collect for his TikTok sales. And I also made him go get the bookmarks because they've been left in the alley. The parcel force guy. Did you hear it? Did you hear the bong bong alarm? Is that what it is? Um, yeah, yay. Cool. So I made him go get the bookmarks out of the alley because the parcel force guy hates knocking on the door. And then I was like, oh, I wish you could make good tea because I really want tea. And he was like, well, I would have made you tea if I wasn't doing all of this. And then stomped off. So I guess he's not in a great mood today. All I want was tea. We heard the bong bong. Somebody asked how I'm enjoying Godkiller so far. I am very much enjoying it so far. I like the atmosphere of it. Used my points recently to get the special edition of Icebreaker, which was already half off plus the $5, so it was like $17 for a special hardcover. That is still so expensive. I mean, well, for Canadian, no, it's not, because that's like £10 for us, which is like the price of a regular book on like hardback on Amazon, I guess. But yeah, the price of UK books is even creeping up there, like £25. What was Wind and Truth was £30, and I understand it's enormous, but still, that's crazy. That's crazy money. Okay, let us roll for our next sprint. I need to change my dice out because I've just realised I'm still using the Christmas ones. Oh, I have the dice bag actually. Let's see. I'm just going to pull some random ones out. Black and purple. Very emo, we stand. Just noticed Brie passed out. She sleeps like it's an Olympic sport, and I'm happy for her, honestly, because I haven't been since, like, New Year. Or I guess Christmas, because Christmas I wasn't burning off as much energy as I normally do, so I wasn't sleeping very well. And it just kind of hasn't evened itself out. I'm very upset. Reading Icebreaker, 61% through. Nice. I have that now. I think it's one of the contemporary romances that Beth gifted to me. That was, if it's under 20 minutes, we just pretend it doesn't happen. And that was a double one, so we're definitely not doing that. That is another 30 minutes. Another 5 and a 1. So I'll just reset this timer. Yeah, she does sleep all night as well. She actually doesn't even get out of her crate. So she used to have a lot of toileting incidents before we changed her food. So I was feeding her Harrington's dry food and Scrumble's wet food. And I think it's the Harrington's dry food that was giving her intermittent diarrhea. So we don't lock her crate. It's just closed over, so she knows that she can open it if she wants to. But when I get up in the morning, like, I know that she hasn't been out of her crate because the door's still shut. Obviously, she can't shut it. Well, she could, but why would she? So, unless she, because we started leaving it ajar so that if she needed to go to the toilet, obviously she could go on the kitchen floor, which can be cleaned instead of in her bed. And yeah, she doesn't get out. We actually left the kitchen door open when we went out for hours last week and came back and she hadn't even let herself out and she could have been flying around the living room the entire time. Hi Gracie, welcome. I hope you enjoy your walk if you decide to go for one. We could get so much done in 10 minutes. Okie dokie, guys. I'm going to dive back into my book and I will see y'all in 30 minutes. Hello, how did you do? I read another 14 pages. I swear, every time I'm like, oh my god, I've read so much. And then I'm like, yeah, no, I have not. I have not read much at all. Because like, oh, I've only got this chapter and then 2 more of today's section. But that is 28 pages. Damn, son. I am nearly a quarter of the way through already, though. I am indeed enjoying it. Got to page 296 for Annie, 4 hours left for Nick. Got to a twist I somehow was blind to and wanted to throw my Kindle. Oddsier. Chapter of Fathom Folk, 12 pages, 25. Working on a Google slide. Nice. I'm glad. I really like Godkiller too. It's good so far. Got distracted. My mum just found out she got laid off. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Brittany. Walked the dogs. Got to chapter 23 of Valor. I'm really testing my laser eyeballs by reading the chat from this far away, but I don't want to disturb the princess. Made it to page 144 of Iron Flame. Nice. Finished volume 1 reread of Sasaki and Miyano and started volume 2. Gonna try blast through them so I can start volume 10 immediately when it arrives. Nice. 22 pages for Kirsten of The Principle of Moments. Got Killers on my 25 for 25, so hope I love it as well. Hi Chrissy, welcome. Got started on the translation project. 300 photos in my editing queue, that's not bad. Not bad at all. One by One by Ruth Ware to match the weather. Minus 15 degrees. Oof. Is that Celsius? Or Fahrenheit? Joining from work, so I got a fair amount of my to-do list tackled for the morning. Stunning. I'm glad that I managed to film this morning because it means that I have all... Because I was going to film tomorrow before my fill-ins and I was like, girl, what if you're really anxious? Plus I already, because I'm going out today and I have sprints, I was like, today's a better day to wear makeup than tomorrow. So I feel like I've freed myself up quite a bit tomorrow for lots of editing because my fill-in appointment's in the afternoon, which is worse. Like if I have an appointment, I need it first thing. Also got my pre-order of Tideborn from Illumicrate. Really enjoyed Fathom Folk. I saw that went up. I also saw that I've got early access for the Fairy Loot editions of the second 2 books in the Howl's Moving Castle series. And I've decided to skip them because I've already read the second book and it just wasn't Howl's. Howl's Moving Castle, one of my favourite books of all time. I love it. Second one, not as good. They all follow different couples or different people. I'm pretty sure they're all romantic. And I haven't read the third one yet, but I've heard similar things as like the second. And I haven't read Fathom Folk yet, so I didn't buy that. So it's a good day for me to not spend money. 3 degrees Celsius in Arizona, which is cold for us. Yeah, for Arizona, that does seem cold. Because that's like similar to the temperature here, right? I mean, yeah, it's 6 degrees here, so it's warmer, but it's much earlier in the day for you. 27 Fahrenheit in Texas. Celsius, Megan, that's intense. I don't know how. Because, like, in the UK, we probably have gone colder than this, especially in, like, Scotland. But I'm, like, -5, -7 maybe is the coldest I've ever experienced. So, like, when y'all say -15 Celsius, I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? 17 degrees. I think that's Fahrenheit? Celsius? It can't be 17 degrees Celsius there, surely. Unless you're in Australia, actually. But then that seemed cold because it's summer there. Got the Fairy Loot email for those books, and I'm skipping it too. Fair. I'm in Spain, so Celsius. I feel like, well, Spain's warm. But then I also think that Texas is warm and it's freezing there, so what do I know? So glad that my walking pad is finally out of storage after moving house. My go-to videos on the walking pad are your vlogs, Becca. Hey, you get a good workout in there because they're so fucking long. -17 Celsius here. What does that feel like? Like, legitimately cannot. Like, In my mind, if you walk outside in minus 17 Celsius, you're just dead. Like, there's no... Minus 30 C, yeah, dead. Just dead. 30 Fahrenheit in Georgia, expecting snow. Minus 22 Celsius, also dead. Feels like death for sure. Your nose freezes instantly is what it feels like. Damn. Feels like minus 40 Celsius. That's intense. The only thing keeps me going for that long is the reward of the videos. Right, I gotta say something, because you know how I'm always trying to sell you all on Peloton? Did you know you can read your Kindle on Peloton? Like, you can log into your Kindle account on the screen and read on the Peloton bike. I personally don't do it because I like the guided classes by the instructors. But if you're like a jump on the, like a walking pad kind of situation, you're a jump on the pad, steady state cycle for 20 minutes kind of person, did you know you can read your Kindle on there? I keep forgetting to mention when I'm like, you all need to join Peloton. But I'm also waiting for Peloton to sponsor me, and then I can break out that little number. Not that they ever will. That's not a realistic hope. That's like an ultimate manifest. Feels how winter and fantasy books are described as. Damn. Minus 15, minus 26, where I'm in Minnesota. I only realized like last year. So when you guys say, because if you guys say it's 20 Fahrenheit, it's much colder for us in the UK. So, like, it's not 20 Celsius, it's, like, lower. But if you guys say it's minus 20 Fahrenheit, then that's lower in Celsius. Because I thought that would mean, like, oh, it's, like, minus 5 Celsius. But no, it goes the other way. Finding any excuse to read on her Kindle now. I mean, I see what you're saying, but that technically doesn't apply to Peloton because the screen is just an Android tablet. Like, it's like an Android TV, like a smart TV. So it's not as kind on the eyes as the Kindle. The physical Kindle, absolutely. Need a walking pad for the dog in these cold temps. That is so cute. I want a treadmill, but one, they're really expensive. The Peloton ones are, at least. Two, I have absolutely nowhere to put it. Like, I couldn't even squeeze it somewhere because they're huge. And three, I just feel like I'd feel really bad because if I'm walking, I should be walking with Brie. And obviously in the UK, like, our weather isn't that extreme. Like, it doesn't really... Like, there'll be odd days where it goes higher than 32 Celsius or lower than minus 5. But realistically, like, minus 5 for us is extreme cold. 30 for us is extreme hot. So I can walk outside all the time. 32 Fahrenheit and 0 are the same. Okay. Glad I've got a point of reference there. Manifesting that Peloton sponsorship energy for you. I'm trying my best, Connie. I'm trying. They do sponsor people. I've seen it happen. Lululemon does as well. And it's honestly like, it feels like a personal attack. Want a stair climber but nowhere for it to go. That's hardcore, Hannah. Are you okay? Are you well? Would love a treadmill. I would love a treadmill because I like running and I've been running outside, but I find preparing to run outside the same as going to the gym. I don't want to do it. When I'm outside and I'm running, it's fine, but having to get dressed and like ready to run, even though I'm obviously like I'm not going anywhere, I'm just stepping outside of my front door, it's different to just coming down and getting on the bike. Plus I need more layers. Like I need a jacket, especially in this weather, which I have one, but I've only got one. Whereas if I'm on the bike, I can just wear like a sports bra. What's your baby Ham doing? I actually haven't seen him, but it's after lunch. So I assume that for about the next 10 to 40 minutes, he's upstairs in bed. But when it gets to like 3:30, 4 p.m, he's going to come down and start trying to get his dinner earlier. Oh, you taking the shelves apart?
Well, they're already apart.
Oh, you taking them to the tip?
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. They're not bookshelves. It's Curtis's ripping out all of the furniture from the attic, which is his office, and refitting it all. And he's got some like old IKEA shelving, like the squares they're like the old style, and they're also like not stable, so they're going to the tip. Hate the stair climber but love the treadmill. I don't love a treadmill, but I'm coming round to running, so. Partner has a turbo trainer for his bike, so he's taking up all the space we would have for a treadmill. Fair. Just got a Kindle Paperwhite. I've been using my iPad for years. There's a definite difference. Kindle is much kinder on the eyes. It is. I can't read on my iPad with tired eyes, but I can read on Kindle, and actually sometimes, depending on the lighting situation, since I had my eyes lasered, like my low light vision isn't the best. Like, it's fine, it's doable, but it's harder for me to read in lower light than it was before. So the Kindle's actually better for if I'm in the living room with a cozy lighting situation. Although I do have lamps in like all of the reading spaces of the living room. Don't have any space for equipment, so I have to go to the gym. Yeah, like we only have like a few weights and stuff, and realistically I need a wider range, so I think I'm gonna get the dumbbells that you can just add weights onto. 'Cause I don't want to go to the gym. I already pay a lot of money for my Peloton membership, and I'm happy with the workouts. And I can run outside, so I don't need a treadmill, but I would like one. That's another like manifestation. I want a treadmill. Way to make Fahrenheit make sense is like, what percentage hot is it? 0 Fahrenheit equals no hot. 100 very hot. 70 is very comfortable. Is it? 70% hot is comfortable? Now that I have my Kindle, I don't know how I could ever read on my iPad or my phone for sure. Let's roll for our next sprint. Because the timer's gone off. In case y'all didn't know, I can't hear the timer because I have my microphone plugged into my headphone jack. So if I get carried away talking, that's mainly why, because I have to actually pay attention to the timer. Okay, that is 5 minutes longer. It is a 6 and a 1, which is 35. Do you have that serious read light? How does that compare to reading on a Kindle? If I have it on and it's like pointed at my book, then it's great. I find, is that better? I would say that it's comparable comfort wise to reading on a Kindle, but like very differently. The issue is not really an issue that I have with the serious reader light. It's just the contrast between the bright circle of me and the dim circle of the rest of the room is a little bit jarring. And like if I'm, because at the minute I've been reading and watching Bake Off at the same time, and I can't do that with the light on because the light's too bright on me. But generally, like if you're just reading under it, like it's good for making it clear. Anything less than 40, I'm using to clean. Oh, sorry, Chelsea. Guess I'm going for a walk with my audiobook. Enjoy, Annie. You're welcome. What we saying? I think that this sprint will not be the last one, but I think the one after this one will be the last one, based on my schedule for the rest of the day. I'm going to see Nosferatu tonight, which is exciting. I got an email for two tickets for £10 from Cineworld, so I was like, sign me up. And I was torn between Nosferatu and the Andrew Garfield romance, but I think that the Andrew Garfield romance is also sad, and I'm not mentally prepared for that right now. How do I count the dice? It is 5 minutes per dot. I will. We will have our usual movie review section in the next vlog. Literally have a painting of him over my desk. Wow. Okay. It's sprint time, my guys. So I'll see y'all in... Oh, a monthly deal with Odeon. 2 tickets for £10. Thank you, Kaylin. I didn't know that. Okie dokie. I'll see y'all in 35 minutes. Enjoy. Hello, how did you do? I have one chapter left to go of today's section, but it is a pretty big one. Let's have a look. Here. 82. So I read 17 pages that time, and I've got 10 to go. Had a shower, scrolled on my phone. Page 321 for Annie. 30 pages read for Jasmine. 6 to go. You've got this. Got to page 38 of Onyx Storm. 32 pages for Kirsten. Page 78 of The Ending Fire. Nice. Also into Onyx Storm. Only 16% than I had to work. How rude. Did pretty well considering my wax melter blew up halfway through the sprint. Oh no. Middle of chapter 20 in Onyx Storm. 44 pages into Bear Town by Frederick Backman. Nice. 20% of Us Against You. Watched a statistics lecture. Oof. Cleaned and reorganized one bookcase. Now onto another one. If you can hear crashing and traffic and stuff, Curtis is filling his car for the tip. 77 pages left of None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Head hurts, but I'm powering through. I'm sorry your head hurts, Tamara. 34 pages. Wax melters can explode. I didn't know that either. I need to trim the wick on the candle I'm burning though, because it's like I have a fire in my house. Hello, working from home today, trying to get out of a reading slump. I have my fingers crossed for you. 5% of The Outcast Mage, 36 pages of The Bright Sword. 5 pages written for Jessie. Nice. Hi, Candy. What time are you sprinting till today? We have one more sprint. Hi, Courtney. There are lots of Minnesota people here, actually. Barely got any reading done. Been chatting with my mom about the layoff. I hope she's doing okay. Read a further 20 pages of The Colour of Magic. I'm going to lock my Kindle because I keep tapping the screen, which is obviously changing the pages. 15 pages of The Night Circus. Got interrupted. Getting a huge severance since she's been with the company for 25 years. Well, that's good, but it's sad obviously because she's been with the same company for so long that she would be laid off. Almost a full year. Damn, that is impressive. Don't know if they do that in the UK. I've never worked anywhere corporate enough to have a severance package. In the next one, I'm going to go get a protein yogurt so that I have energy to work out after sprints. I was thinking of getting changed, but maybe I won't do that. Been loving Lady of Shadows. I've seen you ranting in the Discord. Over 200 pages in. Nice. Probably will read more of it today. Hi, Deb. Sadly getting ready to go to work. Oh no, I hope your day goes quickly. My old Scottish public sector employer has offered voluntary severance a few times with up to a year of pay. That was loud. That was about one specific character that is / was pissing me off. I don't think you're the only one, because every time I get a notification from that channel, it is that one character pissing people off. On a positive note, I have all the big cleaning tasks caught up on now. Yay! 3 pages for Brittany. I mean, better than nothing. Seeing you in your Lucy and Yak makes me want to wear mine, but I need to dress business casual tomorrow. Ugh, rude. I have leggings on to make it warmer. So I've got leggings with my socks pulled over the leggings. My top is like a long sleeved, like just, I think it's 100% cotton top from Uniqlo. that's tucked into my leggings, and then I have the dungarees over the top. Got some work things done and a training video down. Nice. Understand when you read it. Fair. I am reading God Killer, and I am liking it a lot. I'm on page 82. And the chapter ends on page 92. And then that's my section done for the day. Where does tomorrow's go? That's today's. Tomorrow's is only 34 pages. Gave God Killer 4-star. Nice. I haven't really heard anything bad about it. Get more Spotify audiobook hours today. Ayy. Recommendations for good audiobooks under 15 hours. I don't think I do. I tend to use my Spotify hours to double up on the books I'm already reading. So, like, while I'm walking Brie, I'll listen to, like, an hour or two of the book that I'm currently reading. I'm not reading God Killer for Shelve It or Scrap It. No, it's on my January TBR. Finished Part of Your World yesterday. Why did that book have me in a chokehold? I loved it. I loved it too. It's so good, right? Hello, are we kissing? Are we kissing now? Doing a fantasy February bingo board and now thinking to try and get God Killer on it. Picked it up and got sick, so I didn't go back to it. Oh no. God Killer was the last book I read in 2024 and I gave it 4 stars. Only heard bad things. Crazy. Liked God Killer at the time, but thought about reading the next book and realised I remembered nothing. Why are you like, she's actually sat on my knee? Feel like it reminds me, like the main character reminds me a lot of Gideon from Gideon the Ninth right now. The female friendship was authentic and reminded me of my best friends, and the main character and her struggles hit way too close to home. Fair. Brie, don't you dare. Don't chew on that. Oi, drop it. You'll be in trouble. You're not wrong, fair. Gideon is my book girlfriend, so I'm sold now. The vibes are similar. Prime scratching spot right on the knee. You can't ignore her. I mean, that's true. That's true, I suppose. Have you got it all? Did you get it all in? Woo! Tell that you're an independent woman and answer to no one. They're my new Christmas slippers she was just trying to chew on. This is why we can't have nice things. I was spot on about Hamilton as well when I said that in the next 10 to 40 minutes he's going to come downstairs. And he came downstairs like bang on 10 minutes. Does Brie lick your books? My dog has a thing for it and a lot of my book friends have cats. No, she doesn't lick my books. My books are one thing that she doesn't touch at all. Sometimes she'll do a little mlem when I'm reading, but it's not something she does regularly. Brie, I can't defend you there. Oi! What have you got now? Oh, it'll dissolve in your mouth. Come here. Don't look at me like that. She's got a chip out of the bookmark packaging in her mouth. Ah. See, it's stuck now. And they're only made out of cornstarch, so it's not like a huge deal. But also I don't want to pull it off the roof of her mouth when it's all gooey and stuck. Might do James by Percival Everett for Spotify audiobook. My library has a hold line of 295 people for the physical. Damn. Love other people's dogs but could not deal with having one in the house. I would get so frustrated. I love dogs. I was actually talking about this recently because, like, a lot of people think dogs are a lot of effort, which they are, but it doesn't feel like effort. Like, I could have another one, and it would be fine. She's come to you like you'll give it to her as a treat. What are you doing, sausage? What are you doing? Do you want to play now? She's done her sleep for the afternoon, and now it's playtime. Yeah. She's gonna flop, and I'm really trying not to let it happen because my Kindle's there and also the box of bookmarks. My youngest will sometimes try to eat books. Cats love anything that smells like their people. What are you doing? Stop kissing. Not in public. Rub all over my books and my Kindle. What's your dad doing? He's just take all that cardboard away instead of giving it to you. How rude. And sleeping where my butt has been. Bree does also always take the first opportunity to crawl into my space when I move. Don't you? Don't you? Right. Supporting you is hurting me now. Physically and financially. I used to like chewing on paper when I was a kid. So I'm sure I tried to eat some books. Okay. This will be the last sprint, guys, just so we all are aware. I knew this was going to happen. This always happens. Okay, this is a really, really long one. And it is 55 minutes. This happens to me on Patreon all the time. We have like loads of like 25, 35-minute sprints. And then I'm like, okay, we'll just do one more. And it's the longest one by far. At least I'll finish my book section in this one. Right. Okay, guys. I'll see you all in 55 minutes. How did that sprint treat you? That was the final sprint as well to everybody who unfortunately has joined now, including 2 of the Allies. Welcome, Allies. Yes, I am reading God Killer and I'm having a very, very good time. Did not even look at a book. That is a mood, actually. I went upstairs and got changed into my gym stuff so that I can work out. And then I read the 10 pages that I needed to do to get to the end of my buddy read section in God Killer. And then I had a protein yogurt and I intended to read some more of The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. And I didn't. In fact, in that last 3 minutes, I was pretty much just staring into space. I also anxiety spiraled a little bit, but that's fine. You're welcome, guys. Got to chapter 5 of Onyx Storm. Fussed the dog as she wanted attention. I can relate. Planned on getting a chunk read and then didn't read anything. Ellie hates God Killer. She only ever says negative stuff about it. I like your sweater. Where is it from? This one is a Lululemon scuba half zip with the hood. It's a cropped one as well, which is still like, it's almost full length, but it like doesn't cover your bum. You're welcome. Finished the Google slide. Nice. Just started Onyx Storm. Ooh. You're welcome, Kirsten. Bree did grunt. Yeah, she did. She's sleeping and she does not like to be disturbed. Got through all the work emails I needed to get to today, so now I can be cozy and read. Nice. I love that. You're welcome. I'm gonna go get my workout in and then have dinner before I go to the cinema. I love Bree's cute little sound. She's a grumpy pig. And yeah. She's a sweetie though. 100 pages of Bear Town. Very good. 40 pages. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mary. She's like my dog. When me and my friends talk too loud in the evening, she grunts at us. Yes, Brie does do that. Put myself in for time off tomorrow. Nice. Oh, sorry about the fever though. That sucks. We are going to see Nosferatu at the cinema tonight. I've been enjoying going to the cinema recently. I feel like we've been more times in the last month than we did for like the entirety of last year. What am I doing for my workout? So I have a 5-minute warm-up queued, 10 minutes glutes and legs, 20 minutes arms and shoulders, 15 minutes core, and then I think a 10-minute full body stretch. So at least strength training. I feel less motivated for strength training. Managed to just read 10. 10 is better than none. I need to get my reading game on actually because I need to read quite a bit more today and I'm pretty much going to have dinner and then go to the cinema. So that's not going to work out. I'll probably put Bake Off on while I eat though. And then I can read with Bake Off on in the background, which is my new favourite thing to do. But anyway, I'm going to clock off. If you enjoy sprints, there's always sprints on Patreon. My Patreon sprints are going to be on Thursday daytime. A similar time to this. I do usually do 12 on Patreon, though I only did later today because I was filming in the morning. And if I have like a time restraint, like if I leave myself, I can't do less than 2 hours. Because even though I have plenty of time to film, I start panicking and like I film badly because I feel like I'm under pressure. So yeah, we tend to start at 12 and then go till like 4-ish. Yeah, I think that's my plan for Thursday. And I'll see all of my patrons there. And I do plan on doing public sprints monthly publicly. So I should see you guys at some point in February as well. But thank you for joining me today, guys. And I'll see you all later. Bye.